Hey everyone, so I took off the oil pan again, and and I popped out the piston obviously. Um, I took the piston, I don't know what you call it, swivel rod or something like that. That's all intact. It looks like there's no problems with it. It was in the bottom of the piston just fine. I took the locks off and it came out pretty smooth and it looks great over there. Everything else obviously not in great shape. Um, Very fragmented in there. Um, so we look in the engine here. Um, you can see the governor gear got a little messed up, but it just looked like it smashed some teeth. So I'm kind of hoping that that doesn't need to come out or be replaced because I don't entirely understand it. Looks like it probably just comes right out of there if you move it. Maybe I'll order that just while I have it open. I mean, it does spin like 60 times a second at full throttle, right? So why not? I don't know what that is. That's just some kind of paint or something. It's weird. But, you can see down into the cylinder now. It's not focusing, of course. But I read that that's pretty glazed up, actually. So I ordered a hone for that, just to do a quick hone job. The more pressing matter is all this aluminum built up on this crankshaft here. It looks like quite a lot. Um, there's uh, also a lot of carbon on the top of the cylinder head, and the I don't know what you call it. Look at these marks. I don't know if that means something got up in there. I'm hoping everything's fine. Actually, no, I've never actually looked on the bottom of this. Yeah, more carbon and stuff. Yeah, there's that same mark again. So, a bunch of times. So, I'm imagining something was in here that shouldn't have been. Which is interesting. That probably didn't help anything. I had a guy, well, the stepkid's grandfather does small engines, and he said the cylinder looks recoverable. I was trying to take the flywheel off to do a full rebuild. He said, "Why are you doing that?" And I said, "I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing." I figured I was going to order a rebuild kit for $200 or whatever. I might as well rebuild it, right? But so instead, I just got the parts, and instead from Briggs and Stratton, and I'm not doing a full rebuild. I'm just gonna fix this issue. Hopefully, if it runs, it'll be great. I don't expect it to run super amazing or anything again. But I guess I gotta order that governor thing. Looks like you just pull that thing on the outside off, and that whole thing might come off there. Yeah, I guess I'll order that. Like I said, for now, this aluminum stuff. So this amount of aluminum is pretty thick. I can actually feel it with my finger. And all that carbon, I read on the internet that's probably because it ran without oil, as I suspected. When I got the thing, he ran it, and it probably had no oil, and that led to its demise. So that's cool. So don't let people run stuff when you buy it on the marketplace before you check the oil. Yeah. Alright, that's enough rambling for today. A little close up of the parts again. Woo. They shattered up. And people probably see this stuff all the time, but I have never. It's kind of interesting. Yep. That's where we're at. Alright, so we got a nice amount of aluminum rubbed on the metal of this crankshaft here. And I'm going to try and use the muriatic acid, which I had from doing some concrete joining a couple years ago, laying around. I'm going to use this eyedropper, which has been cleaned out. I've got baking soda water on standby, and I've got baking soda, and I have this to put underneath of the crankshaft in the engine housing I'm going to cut that and fit it in there and drip the muriatic acid over it. I see where you can use a piece of cloth and wrap it around it, but that seems very hands-on and not really my jam. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up. Alright, so I went ahead and put the smallest amount of acid in there that I could, so I don't want to deal with it. And I've gone ahead and sliced up the milk carton and put it underneath of the crankshaft in a way that doesn't really interfere with a whole lot, but should give me plenty of room to work here. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Seeing why they put the cloth on it, huh? Alright, so the catch basin down there is working very well, but the eyedropper method is lacking. Let's go ahead and put a drop right there for now, and we'll see what results we get. You can already see it turning black and bubbling, so that gives me hope. So I think I'm going to let that do its thing, and looks like it's reacting to stuff down in the bottom there too. Well, we'll see what happens. I think I will have to get some cotton and wrap that around there. I've seen, but there's one drop on there. So once the initial drop that stuck took hold, I've been able to like slowly walk it out from there. So I guess I'll just keep going around there like that until it's all gone. But it's going well. Alright, so I got these cotton pads because supposedly the acid does not really affect cotton pads. It doesn't appear to care. And I'd say a significant amount of it is just coming right off this way. And I'm just putting them in the other side of the milk jug for now. I'll neutralize everything when I'm done. But I'm just going to keep going on. This catch basin down here at the bottom is working well for now. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. It's going super well. I'm going to jinx myself probably. Get right here, it'd be great. Once I get a few drops on top, it'll start not running down, but it's weird, you can like feel the heat coming up from the dropper. I have this fan going because I don't know, there's some wispy little fumes that I don't know what they are, so probably don't want to breathe those in now. But I think we'll slowly but surely get there. I might put one of these rags on top of it and soak it, see what happens, but I don't really want to clean it up because there's a lot of it building up down there at the bottom. Alright, sorry I don't have the most amazing camera equipment. I'm going to turn this fan off so anyone can hear me. But I've gone ahead and gotten all of it off, I think. I basically had to just turn it so the circle was on the top most of it, and just dribbling it over one side actually got rid of the majority of it, but it would fall down into the pan down there, the catch basin or whatever, the piece of the milk jug, and then really start smoking up when it kind of peeled away in a big chunk. But it's all pretty much dissolved down there. It's just some like little debris down there now. I don't know if I can see it. A few spots I could tell were aluminum, but they wouldn't actually turn black or fizzle. I had to take a piece of wood and like really scrape them. So I don't know if there's some kind of coating on there or something that had, I don't know, blocked it somehow or something. But I went ahead and just, did it, scraped it, went around the whole shaft, scraped it. Then I took the eyedropper and painstakingly went back and forth looking for new bubbles. I've gone around a few times now and I don't really see much. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out how to get that stuff that's down there out of there and start neutralizing it. I'm probably just going to power wash the inside of the engine and blow all this aluminum dust and acid and everything out of here. But getting that pan out's the big priority right now. But yeah, otherwise, I think that this is looking pretty good. And then after that, I'm going to sand that. And then I have to hone the engine and with a cylinder. Come on, focus on what I want. Read my mind, phone. And then start putting it back together. So that'll be interesting. I really hope this goes well. That's all for now. So I drained that pan there. All it took was 2 cotton face makeup clean swabs from the wife. And it came right up. It soaked up real good. But now I have these acid-drenched things. Got my face shield on, and well, I'm probably gonna make a mistake here, but whoa. Okay, not too violent. Just gonna neutralize all this. Man, it's got a lot of neutralizing to do. I don't even think that was the worst one. I think this one's worse. So I'm probably gonna be farther back. There's just some baking soda and water. Probably getting very hot. I'm worried about this container melting. Just that little drops on the aluminum in the engine bay, you could feel the heat coming up, going along the gosh, what would you call it? The eyedropper that I was using. So I bet that's very hot out there. Ooh. Yeah, gotta neutralize your acid, right? Gotta put down this engine. Do that too. Oh, my battery's dying. Oh, well, you don't get to see what fun. Alright, so I went ahead and just took some emery cloth and, well, I guess it's 800 grit sandpaper, really. A little bit of cutting oil and just wrapped it around it and would pull it one way from the top orientation and then move it down, wrap it the other way and pull it until it kind of shined up. There's still some grooves on the bottom side. I don't know if they're visible, but it feels pretty smooth. I can't feel them with I can only appreciate them with my eyes. My nails don't catch or anything. But yeah, I think it's cleaned up really well. I don't have any gauges. I'm not going to do plastic gauge and all that. If the engine works, it works, and if it dies, eventually it dies. If it can last me a season, that'd be great. I would hope it would last longer than that, but maybe we'll get another 40 years out of it, Probably not, but some mist going up into the camera. I don't know if you can see it. wonder what that's about. Must be some acid working somewhere in there. I thought I neutralized it all very well, but maybe I didn't. Let's see if we can see where it's coming from in here. I don't know, but it's probably somewhere. I mean, I got this all very wet with the stuff, and then I WD-40'd it. I hope that disperses the water like it's supposed to. I'll power wash tomorrow after I hone it, because I'm going to have to degrease the... What do I use cutting oil? I don't remember. I have to look it up, but I got to flip it over and then hone it. And get that nice cross-hatching pattern, and then I think we can start rebuilding this guy, which hopefully is not much work and works. Anyway, that's all.